a casino gambler, you're a video poker, you do these things. What do you like the whole idea of doing it on your phone? Is it enticing and exciting to you? Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
Adam12 speaking to lead out DJ Hardy on Boston radio station 92.9 WBOS. 12 has been part of Boston radio for over 25 years. We're lucky to have Mr. 12 with us here on the Broadcasters Broadcast with Andy Mounter. How did he get his start in radio? He went to Northeastern University in Boston, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Intern at WFNX. At first, I started just doing all-day Fridays because the campus was closed on Fridays, so I had Fridays off, so I kind of did that. And then I would fill in times during the week. And yes, that was kind of the beginning for me, is getting that internship at WFNX, getting my foot in the door, allowed me to, I started as a music department intern. This was in like January of 1997. Come that summer, I was kind of in charge of the interns in the music department. And then by the end of the year, I was board opping and then ended up getting on the air part-time.
Wow.
At the time, again, FNX was owned by the Boston Phoenix. Stephen Mindich was very much his idea was that FNX should be a radio representation of what his weekly newspaper was. So there were obviously a lot of parallels between what was in the Boston Phoenix, what was on the radio. But for the most part, FNX did its own thing. And at the time, and we're talking about like the late 90s, the people who were in charge, like if you got in the door there as an intern or as a van driver or promotions person or whatever else, and you proved your worth and you were easy to get along with, they'd keep you around and they'd fire you or hire you rather. And that's what happened with me is I was able to kind of prove my worth as an intern there and then get myself on the air part time. Laurie Gale was the music director and then as acting program director for a few months, and she's the one that put me on the air first. It was Christmas of 1997, my first shift. Green Day on Boston's Rock 92.9. I'm Adam.
What advice does 12 have for aspiring broadcasters?
I would suggest, it's funny, I told you earlier, I've been very lucky where I've been able to kind of weave education into my repertoire as I've been a broadcaster. I taught at Northeastern, I taught audio production for a couple of semesters about 10 years ago. And the message hasn't changed, it's just the underlying theme of it has. I've always told young broadcaster students, etc., learn to do as much as you possibly can. When I started in radio, everything was very siloed. I came into radio as a DJ. There were DJs, there were programmers, there was sales, there was promotions, there was marketing. Those realms all still exist, but the more of each of those things that you as a broadcaster can do, the more valuable you'll be and the better off you'll be. Because while those areas all still exist, there are a fraction of the jobs in them that there used to be. So if you do want to get into whether it's terrestrial radio broadcast, whether it's digital media, whatever else, knowing how to create content comes first and foremost. Video, audio, written, whatever it is, because that's the one transferable skill that whether it's Beasley Broadcasting or the Boston Globe or the New England Revolution or whoever else, they have use for content creation now, and they're going to have even more use for it as it goes on down the line. So the more you know about how to create good, compelling content that is authentic and connects with people, the better off you'll be as a broadcaster, as a digital media professional, as whatever area of media you get into.
Thank you, Adam12, for spending time with us today. I'm Andy Mounter saying goodbye for now.